Before I left Nigeria to Libya, I was being molested somehow by one of my uncle. Let me even say my sister, my mom's sister's husband. I'm living with them. So since when I was 7 years old.
Since when you were 7?
Yes, 7 years old till 14. So I wrote a letter to the schools that I'm attending that I will run away or kill myself or something. It was, let me say, a month before leaving Nigeria that I now told them what happened. But my mom, she did not believe because she said, I don't talk, I don't do this, I don't do that. And the man do tell me every time that if I talk or say anything now, that is going to kill me. Since I'm back to Nigeria, I didn't get myself well. Even though each time, my mom told me to go back to school, that I was attending this poly, in Ibadan Poly, Polytechnic, but later on I said I'm not going to because I can't think straight. I've been finding psychologists. I can't just act like normal people, like the way they act normal and they mingle with people freely. People do run away from me sometimes because the way I acted. So I don't know. I was not getting myself till now.
This young lady who lived with her uncle for so many years has said that he molested her for 7 years. And when she tried to tell her mother, she disbelieved her. Therefore, she had to keep it to herself. She would eventually search for an escape route by traveling to Libya by road. But like those who had gone before her, she had nothing but terrible tales to tell. Since her return to Nigeria, it has been difficult for her to think straight, let alone assimilate while taking classes. She spoke with Damilare Okonla on this new episode of my migration story series on Legit TV.
Bilance, you traveled to Libya.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Yes, and I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe I can start from my Nigeria experience. Before I left Nigeria to Libya, I was being molested somehow by one of my uncle. Let me even say my sister, my mom's sister's husband. I'm living with them. So since when I was 7 years old.
Since when you were 7?
Yes, 7 years old till 14.
7 years?
Yes, 7 years to 14 years old. So I wrote a letter then. Though then I don't know my parents, I don't know them. So I wrote a letter to the schools that I'm attending that I will run away or kill myself or something. So I just, since maybe my information, my stories, everybody were talking about it, and my brother, one of my brother like that, heard about it, that is in Lagos. So he came there to pick me. So he took me back home and told me that because there's some little like there are some circumstances that they're facing. So I ran away from home again.
Your brother took you to Lagos or to where?
He took me back to Osun State, my parents' place.
Oh, okay. Where were you staying with that your mother's sister's husband that the incident happened?
Idiroko.
Idiroko in Ogun State?
Yes, Idiroko in Ogun State.
So your brother took you from Ogun State to Osun State, where your parents were?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So when I go there, I was like, it's another aid to me, like another life. So I don't understand what they're saying, whatever they are saying, I don't understand them. And I've been thinking somehow then. So I have to leave the house again. So I went back to Lagos. So from Lagos, then there's a friend that called me and told me about the traveling stuff, about the Libya traveling stuff, that there is so opportunity. So then I was preparing for my WAEC. I want to sit for the WAEC. So I told my mom about it, and my mom needs to play some investigation on it, and she said the person just called us from Libya. His name is Mr. Wali. He called us from Libya and told us that his wife is already in Nigeria, that we should see everything. And there is one auntie there, that let me say my church auntie there, that she's there, and she told us that she's living.
She was in Libya.
Yes, she told us that she's living fine. So I saw her piece, I saw everything, and because of I'm just tired of the thing that happened to me, everything. So I had to go there. So the man told us that we are going through plane, though that's what he told us. So suddenly, I don't know, just told us that we don't need to pack things, we don't need to take clothes, phones. Though my mom gave me phone, SIM and everything, and money. So because she thought we are going through plane, so that everything that would just keep me. So on getting to OAU, the man told us that we will go to Abuja first. I said Abuja, and I don't know anything about the traveling stuff. So we are 5 in number from that man's side that will follow the car and the bus to Abuja. From Osun State to Lokoja, Abuja, like that. So we shall landed in Kano. So we spent a week in Kano before they now took us to back of Niger. So we spent about 4 days today. So
Back of Niger, being Agadez or where?
Not Agadez. Back of Nigeria, like that's what they call the name. They say back of Nigeria. So not back of Niger, back of Nigeria. So from the back of Nigeria, we took a ride. That is a ride that took us to Niger. So we spent about 2 days in Niger. So a journey like that, I spent, let me say, about 2-3 months on the road. So before getting to Sendem, all the journey, before getting to Sendem, I spent about 2.5 months. So when we got to Sendem, there was one man that said we are not going to move again. So I was like, what happened? So the man told us that he has kidnapped us, that he's going to collect money from us, and we said how much? 1.5 each. So we now called the man, that Mr. Wale. We called him, and Mr. Wale said we should call our parents back in Nigeria, that they should pay for the money. I was like, I can't avoid this because my mom don't have money. So the man said, okay, no problem, that they will take us to Connection House, Ashawo, that we'll go and do connection before moving to Libya again. So I was crying, and I'm down. Luckily, one man just came there. His name is Alaji. They do call him Alaji. So the man said he's going to buy the 5 of us. So the man bought us. Though I don't know the amount, he bought us. So he took us to his house, and we stayed there for, let me say, more than 3 weeks.
Where is his house?
Sendem.
Where is Sendem?
Sendem, after all our journey from Agadez, Sendem, like that's the last.
In Libya, or before you get to Libya?
Before we go to Libya, that place they will tell us that we are going to take another ride, like we are going to Libya desert. Before Libya desert, that's Sendem. So the man told us that he's going to collect the money from us, but it's not that he will not use us for Ashawo. Though he used some guesses for Ashawo like that. So we stay in his house, and I saw one trachea, one house like this they are using for prison house trachea. So the man, there's a lot of boys there, Nigeria guys, boys, and that some are using 6 months there, 3 months, a year, more than. It depends on how they pay their money. It depends, and they were beaten every day. So even though if they did not cooperate, they can shoot them. So I was so scared then. So the man just told us that we should come. So after that 3 weeks, Mr. Wale paid the money. He said because since we are going to pay him back, he paid the money. So when we got to Libya, 3 months and after, so he told us immediately we got there. I noticed something that he locked his door, and he told me that he's coming, that he was coming, that he's going out. So I sat down there. I was disturbing his house, like I want to know exactly what he's doing, because I'm surprised this plane has turned to road distance. So I want to know exactly what work he's doing. So he came back. I've shut in the door. I don't know how I broke his key. So no way for him to come inside. So the man now said, me, I'm very stubborn, that what he want to use me for, that is today that will start, something like that. I was like, what happened? That he should explain to me that this is not, and even though he told us that, he did not tell us that we are going to Libya. He said we are going to Italy. That we are going to Italy. That there, when we got there, that we are going to, that me, that want to write my work, that I'm just going to continue with my education with the universities. Education, so that will be fine. I'll be working, sending money to my parents, and I'll be okay like that. That was our discussion before I left Nigeria. So when I got to Libya, and I said, this is not Italy, this is Libya. And he told us that that we need to work for like 6 months before moving to Italy. That he didn't have any money again to move us. And I said, okay, no problem. That he should take me to where I'll be working. Though luckily, he sold me out immediately because he said I'm stubborn. He sold me out for 350,000 naira. So the woman that bought me, she took me to her house. So on getting there, she undressed me, everything like that, and put on some things on my body like that. So I now asked the woman, and I was crying, and I asked her that she should please take me back to Nigeria. She now said that the only thing is I will have to work for her money, that she's going to collect 1.5 million naira from me. And I said that and I said how will I do it? That I don't know. I do not have money and I cannot work because I'm small. I was 17 years old then. And she said I must work, that because she has paid the money already. So and I said, okay, no problem. Take me to where I will work. Though I will not like, the woman did not take me to Connection House. The woman took me to Arabu work. Arabu was cleaning house rep. So, but I was cleaning 5-story building party every blessed day. I'll be waking up around 5, sleeping by 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 1. That's how I do sleep. So then, and before leaving Nigeria, all this, I've been having problem about the stomach, sickness, something like that. So it developed more when I go.
What kind of stomach problem?
Before I leave Nigeria, because they were maltreating me, I do drink gari every day. I may eat eba in the morning, drink gari in the afternoon, eat eba in the night, at night again. So I think all those gari, the sand, all this sand, and the stone, everything, the combination, I don't know what the name they call the disease. So I don't know. So since then, I wasn't unable to walk very well. So I told the woman that I cannot walk, that I cannot forward. I move forward again. The woman said I'm lying, that she's going to sue me. She's going to call police for me, this and that. And I said, please, man. And I told her my real name. That is my name, and I'm from Nigeria, because the woman she brought Ghana passport for me, and I told her that I'm Nigeria. So the woman said she's going to take me to where she brought me from. Like she that one too sold me for another person. So it was Arabu woman that she sold me for. So it was that Arabu woman that took me to where I was working. So the Arabu woman told the woman that she should bring me home, that because I only paid a month's money. So when I got there, I ran to that one that sold me out. I ran to her and I told her that she should help me out, that I don't want to work with them again, that because I don't want to go to court, something like that. So the woman now find me another work again, but that one is, let me say, 2-story building. But there, the woman did not have money. It was let me say, a grandma that is paying me. So there, she maltreated me then and something like that. And I have to tell her that this thing, I'm just working for you for the little time. Please, just do me normal. She told me that because I don't know how to work very well. Sometimes she would just woke me up at the midnight and tell me that I should go and wash plates, I should go and sweep, I should go and wash the toilet, I should go and do this and that. And I would tell her that I don't have the strength. So I was beaten by his husband, by her husband, by the Arab husband, which is Afar, all this Jelibaba. So the man told me that they will call police for me, this and that. And I said, okay, no problem, that I will cooperate, that I don't want to go to court. So after that, their daughter, she locked me inside the kitchen one day that I was cooking because they did not give me food. So I was now hoping to prepare something, maybe bread and egg to eat. So the young lady now locked me inside the kitchen. So I don't know, the heat is too much for me. So I was feeling somehow I could not control myself again. So when I was shouting, screaming, so they were laughing. She now later opened the door, and I don't know, because I used the aggression. I passed the aggression onto his younger ones too. So I started beating them and when the woman later came, the woman said she knows what to do, that I'm packing from the house that day. And I was happy. I don't know that she will go to station.
All the while you were still 17?
Yes, I was still 17. That she will still go to police station. She now went to, I don't know the way she even do it, I don't know. She just called me and tell me that I should dress, that she's taking me to somewhere, that she wants to go and get me something. So which I followed her, and the next thing I just know that is they just locked me in one room and I was beaten. So they tore my clothes. I was beaten, really beaten. So I now asked the woman that what happened. The woman said that I'm Nigeria. She's Arab woman. She knows what to do. She can lie. She can do this. She now said I stole her car key, and I said, can I drive? That I stole her house key. I said, did I have your documents? I stole her leg chain. I stole her ring. I stole her everything. I stole her something inside the kitchen. I was like, God, what happened? So those people now believe. The policemen, they believe. They now said, I must find the house key. I must find the car key. I must find everything. I was like, I don't know where they normally put the car key, everything. I don't know anything about their life. So I was beaten, to be sincere. I was beaten so much, like, even though that day I couldn't get myself again, because there war. I don't know how I'll call it. The war like this is somehow hard. So the man was just banging my head with all this mokunsa, this thing, the stick that we are using for mob, but our own is thicker than ours. So they are using that they are just banging that on my head, beating me, and torn my clothes, everything. So I was crying, I'm down, everything. So the woman has said she need to call that my burger, the one that sold me out. So they arrested that woman too. That I'm too small. They said I'm too small for all what I'm doing. So they arrested the woman. The woman too came. They beat her up, everything. So I spent a month in that prison. That was August. I know it's not July, during the Ramadan. So I spent a month in that prison, sleeping and waking up, and they will come and beat us. Though in that place they didn't beat me well. After I was beaten in the first day. So they didn't beat me well because they are doing their findings on that thing. So later on, I thought that woman's sister. Now I don't know the way they talked everything. So they sort it out. They now told them, they bribed them with money and told them that they found what they are searching for. She understand that they should just take me back to Nigeria, that they don't need me again, that because if I come out from there, I may come to their house and just do some silly things. So they took me to another prison again instead of deporting me. They took me to another prison again, and that prison they call it I've forgotten the name though. So I was there too. I spent 3 months in that prison. But in that prison they do beat us every day. Even the morning night they do beat us every day. And we didn't see we didn't see outside, we didn't see anybody. So I was just so down, praying that God should just rescue me.
Why did you talk to your mother? Were you speaking with?
No, even though when I got to Libya, there is no phone, nothing. And even though I told the mother I want to speak with my mom, she didn't get in touch with me anymore. So no, I don't know.
How did you get out of that prison?
One day, the Arab man just said that I should stand up, that they need me. So I went to him. So they picked 2. We were 2. They picked me and the other girl. So they picked us and they take us to airport. They took us to airport. On getting there, I met my burger. I met her there. So that was how I got to Nigeria. So
how long did you stay in Libya? 3 months, 2 months, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months? Adding everything together. How long did you stay in Libya?
Let me just say 6 months.
You stayed there for 6 months?
Yes. Minus my join.
No, including everything. Okay.
Including.
Yes. For how long were you away before you returned?
Okay, February to September.
Same year.
Yes, same year. February to September. Though since I'm back to Libya, and to Nigeria. Since I'm back to Nigeria, I didn't get myself well. Even though each time, my mom told me to go back to school, that I was attending this poly, Ibadan Poly, Polytechnic, but later on I said I'm not going to, because I can't think straight. I've been finding psychologists and I've been looking for money for me to do the operation and everything. I don't know, maybe it's appendix, I just don't know. But since then, I can't think straight. I can't just act like normal people, like the way they act normal and they mingle with people freely, which they will understand them. So people do run away from me sometimes because the way I acted. So I don't know. Since then, I was so down. So I was not getting myself till now.
Are you getting better now?
Yes, I was getting better now because one of IM staff, he called this psychologist for me, and the man just do little work about me, just explain and just calm me down. But since then, I only did that. I was only calm for my exam because I told them that I don't know how to read. I cannot read. Like, I can read, but as in just for me to understand, since I'm back, not before I leave. Since I'm back, for me to read and understand is very hard for me. So the man just do little work about me. So since then, I did my exam and I have it. Yes, yes, I passed. I have 5A. So since then, let me say after then, I'm back to the normal behavior.
So you find it difficult to understand, assimilate when you read?
Yes, I find it difficult.
Okay. That your uncle, whom you said you had an episode with before you traveled to Libya, did you report him to your mother or any of your relatives?
Yes, I reported him. Yes, I did. But then, even though, let me say then, because I don't want to speak with anybody. Then I always say that I don't want to talk with anybody, even though in this world, I don't want to speak with anybody. I didn't voice out. It was, let me say, a month before leaving Nigeria that I now told them what happened. But my mom, she did not believe, because she said, I don't talk, I don't do this, I don't do that.
Your mother did not believe what you told her?
She believed what I told her, but she said she was unable to just imagine and believe that the person can just do that to me. So I don't know the step they've taken. I don't know.
Well, how was he able to do it for 7 consecutive years? Did anybody suspect anything was going on in the house then, or?
I was the only one, and it's because the man do tell me every time that if I talk or say anything now, that he's going to kill me.
He said he would kill you.
Yes, and he said he would kill me. Then, and I was, I'm scared. I'm scared to talk out. And my mom's younger sister, that she's sister Taye, she's somehow, she's somehow harsh. She do beat me every day.
You even tell her?
Yes. Even though each time, like, I want to just sit down and talk to her, she's always beating me every day. Every blessed day. Even though sometimes I will be scared of going out, like from school then, like leaving the school, I will be scared. She do beat me every blessed day. That even though when I was in primary school, secondary school, my position is bad, totally bad. Like, I can't read, I can't cope. Like, even though if they were teaching me, I'll be thinking. Instead of me listening to what they are saying, I'll be thinking. So, and she was not concerned of what's happening, of my position, of everything. And then she's too harsh. So she do beat me.
But why were you staying with them? Why did you leave your parents to stay with them?
The story I had, that I heard then is, they told me that when I was born, like that, my mom, she has this, I don't know, that they want to do operation for her, and there's no money. She has no money, and my dad was not supporting because they have little fights. So they now took me to daycare. When I was born, they took me to daycare. It was that daycare, like the mother that took care of me. She's the one feeding me, something like that. That my mom was in the hospital. That even though she could not open her eyes, that talk less of seeing the baby, something like that. So that when I got to that place, that it was the mother, all this mentor. She was the one taking care of me till I got to, I'm 2 years old then. That's what they say. 2 years old then. So my mom's sister of 18, she now came all the way from Idiroko and talked to. Since that time, she told my mom was feeling better, a little better, but she's still in hospital. So she now talked to my mom that she didn't have money to support her, and family are not supporting. She didn't have money, she didn't have anything, but the only thing she can only do is to just carry the baby and take care of the baby. That's the only help she can do. That's why my mom was like, she have nothing to do than to let her carry me and take me to. And that my mom said that time that when she gained her strength, everything, that she have been striving, working, so that to take me back. But the mom always tell her that I'm fine, that I'm good, that there's nothing, that even though the mom, that time she only has one son, but the son is not living with her, so there's no child living with them. So
like their child at the time.
Yes, at that time. So the mom was like that my mom is wicked, that she wants to take me from them, that after my mom know that she don't have any child, she don't have this and that. Mom was like, it's not like that. So my mom may have to leave me there, that as long I'm okay. So my mom do sometimes, then she came to check on me, but I don't know her.
You didn't know she was your mom?
Yes, I don't know she was my mom, even though the woman will never tell me. And there's one thing about me, because I only knew that woman, the daycare woman, as my mom. I only knew her. So the mom always tell me that she's my mother, but I always deny, and she would beat me. Even though if I was denying that she's not my mom, she would tell me to call her my mom, that she'd be shouting that she's my mom. If I did not call her my mom, she always beat me up, that she's my mom, that she's the one that gave birth to me. So she did not show me to my mom whenever she's called me. that this is my mom. Oh. No. And she don't allow me to move closer to her like a visitor. When a visitor comes and play around, no, she doesn't allow me. The only thing is to just shout at me, send me an errand. Even though when I was with her before, I do hawk. So she prepare all this pop-off. So I always hawk pop-off. Even though during my 6 years, 7 years, I do hawk so much. So, and my mom did not know that I was hawking. She did not know. Because whenever she's coming, she would dress for me well. She would dress for me well and tell me not to say anything. Even though they are asking me questions, I should not talk. Because she will be there. Even though, all this treatment, like they are just maltreating me somehow. So, even though any visitor that comes around, I don't play with them because maybe that was my behavior, what they've invested in me. So I don't talk to them. I always just look at them. Even my dad, my mom, at that time, but I knew her face, but I don't know she's the one. If she's playing with me and calling me her daughter, I don't answer her because I know that mommy will beat me, and I don't know her as my mom. But even though one day she came like that, I told her that she will not enter.
That's your mom?
That's my mom.
You told your mom that she went?
You
didn't know she was your mom,
I didn't know because she was a visitor to, like, a new person to me. And what the mom told me is I should not allow any visitor in, except she told me to allow them in, to take them in. So I told her that she will not come inside, that she should call mommy before she will come inside. So I was 10 years that time. So this night I know what they are doing then. So my mom, I just knew something that day that my mom was arguing with her that she should allow her to take me to her place. Mom now said that no, that one is not possible. That who will help her, something like that. Like, I'm always working, and my mom don't know though. That day I will not go to work, something like that. So they were dragging. I was small. I was happy. I was so happy that the woman should even take me out. But I don't know. Their final discussion ends up with I won't go with her again.
Okay, so right now, do you have friends? Do you have friends that you talk to, that you mingle with every now and then? Do you have friends?
Yes, there are some friends that I have